You know, being an alpha is not all about having bigger muscles and rolling in lots of cash, although it doesn't hurt. Being an alpha is more about how you act and how you behave around other people. What is up, my friends? Welcome back to your average gent. My name is Evan. Now, building a good physique and building a good amount of wealth for yourself is no doubt admirable, and they are important traits of being an alpha male in today's society. But this takes time and patience and many years of hard work and dedication. And while you are on the journey of becoming the most alpha version of yourself, I want to help you out. So in today's video, I want to give you the 5 hacks to be instantly perceived as more alpha, so that people will start to pay attention to you and take you more seriously. And without further ado, let's begin. Alpha hack number 1 is to speak slowly. When you speak slowly, you project a sense of being in control. Now, I'm not saying that you have to speak super slowly for the sake of it. But next time when you are talking to people or when you are sharing something, just slow down a little bit. And instead of using filler words such as like, use pauses. Pause for about half a second to 1 second after every sentence that you speak. The goal here is to sound like you are not in a hurry and that you are in complete control. Because when people are nervous, they tend to speak super fast. And when you speak super fast, you tend to use filler words in between sentences, and you don't want that. So slow down, be in control, and just speak slower. Now, alpha hack number 2 is all about the eye contact. I talked about eye contact a lot on my channel, and that is because I truly believe that is an essential part of projecting your confidence. And just show people that you're not someone to be messed with. A confident eye contact is one of the most important traits of an alpha male, because an alpha is never afraid to look at people in their eyes. And of course, you don't have to treat every interaction as a staring contest, and that will just make you look creepy. But you definitely gotta be able to maintain eye contact for at least about 4 to 5 seconds before looking away. Now, alpha hack number 3 is to have a very strong handshake. When you meet someone for the first time, always be the one initiating the handshake. Makes you look like a leader. And when you shake the other person's hand, grab it firmly and apply pressure. When you have a strong and firm handshake, you are subtly telling the other person that you're not afraid of them, that you can stand your own ground no matter what. Alpha hack number 4 is not being afraid to touch. Touch is a great way to bring people closer together and foster deeper relationships. Be it giving a handshake or giving a hug or patting the person on the shoulder, giving a high five or giving the bro fist. Touching shows how confident and comfortable you are when you are around people. Now, I know touching can be a little bit tricky, especially if you're touching someone of an opposite sex. I would say as long as you keep it to the hands, the arms, and the shoulders, nothing sexual, you're generally safe. Last but not least, alpha hack number 5, and that is not being afraid to use hand gestures. Think about it, when you use hand gestures, you take up more space. An alpha is someone who is not afraid to take up some space and establish a presence in a room. Don't be the one who always put their hands in their pockets or fold their arms when they're talking. An alpha talks with the hands. And of course, it doesn't mean that you can overdo it and use excessive hand gestures to the point that it looks ridiculous. What I am saying is to make purposeful hand gestures. For example, if you're describing size, you can use huge or tiny. And when you are numbering something, you can simply just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you're describing emotions, you can use something like, wow, I did not expect it, or man, that was so disappointing. The point is, when you are using hand gestures, you are showing that you are not afraid to be expressive. And you just fill the room with your presence. And there you go, 5 hacks to be instantly be perceived as more alpha. Speak slowly, have a strong eye contact, have a strong handshake, do not be afraid to touch, and do not be afraid to use hand gestures. And that is it for this week's video. If you found this video helpful, please smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, I will see you guys next week.